us on the rise. Politics, events, and much more. Borderline banter, never a bore. Tune in, listen, join the conversation. Borderline banter, your source of information.
Good day, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful Friday afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Thanks for being here. I'm Mike. You're watching Borderline Banter, and as always, Dustin's here. Dustin, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. Welcome everyone to Borderline Banter. We've got to get you like a scripted intro because we can't just start off with good day.
I do that every time. So
okay.
I've been doing it the last 3 times. So
exclamation mark! Remind me Monday.
okay. So, but yeah,
You're
whatever.
Wearing a very nice shirt.
Yeah, thank
mine
you.
is not that, but
Yours will. You should have yours by Wednesday.
I guess I could just do this. Mine's a bat with a Robin, but they're wearing Batman and Robin outfits.
Yeah. Well, you should have your own Borderline Banter shirt by Wednesday, and you can be represented.
I was gonna surprise everyone.
Were you? Oh, whatever. It's probably gonna get stuck at customs, and they're gonna steal it, and they're gonna be like, "Oh, that's Canadian stuff going to America," and
Did
they're
we
gonna.
chat about that show we've been watching?
I don't think so. And when you say watch, we watched it one night, and we haven't watched it again. So I don't think we're watching it. I've watched it. It's Border Security though, isn't it? Yeah, Border Security it was called or something like that. But yeah. So you want to get the show going, or do you want to have anything to tell? It's your last day off, isn't it? Other than the weekend.
It's not.
No.
I get Monday, Tuesday, however many days of July. I get all the July days.
Oh, really? Oh,
July
crazy.
end?
So
Yeah.
sometime.
Let's see, 29, 30, 31. I get
So-
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday off. I
Oh,
only have a
crazy.
2-day week.
Oh
I
wow.
did that on purpose, so I'd be coming back to like an easy week.
Yeah.
You know, just
Have
like
you-
a day to catch up on everything, and then a day to start off.
Well, you're gonna open your computer and find out it's broken, so you're gonna have to fix that, and
I was
then
thinking about opening it. this
don't open it
weekend,
because
maybe.
then you're gonna have to do work. If you know, but it's like ignorance is bliss, man. Ignorance is bliss.
That's why I don't
Right.
check the mail.
Yeah, you don't have to pay the bills if you don't have to pay the bills if you don't get it, right? So,
Is that true?
not
That's
anymore.
financial advice.
Yeah, not anymore, I guess. You know, direct deposit. But yeah, I think we should get going right away here.
Yeah,
Let's
it sounds
see.
like I'm just looking at our title here. Obama breaks his silence.
What? What is that?
Yeah.
What is that guy doing?
What is that guy doing? More importantly, what's his wife doing? Because you've been worried about that.
Yeah. Looks like I might have been wrong, I guess, or I am wrong.
Well, hey,
So-
no pre-banter.
Well, I guess not wrong. I just said maybe. I've always said maybe in these situations. But yeah, take it away.
So CNN has this one for us. Barack and Michelle Obama endorse Kamala Harris for president. Well, there you go. They made it
Yeah.
official.
Yeah.
There's no chance Michelle's gonna put her hat in the ring when she's already thrown an endorsement, and that's kind of a given, right?
Unfortunately, yes. But I guess yeah.
Unfortunately.
Well, I don't know. I don't want Michelle, but I don't.
Okay.
I don't think. I just don't know why they're endorsing Kamala. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, what are they
But-
going to not endorse the Democratic nominee?
no, she's not the nominee yet. So
Yeah, she will be.
no, she's not though. She's not the nominee yet. So there's been no Democratic.
We got a story on Wednesday
There's-
saying that she locked up enough delegates.
Yeah, but there's been no Democratic vote or anything to get her the nominee. So really, she's just. But anyway, yeah, go on. Hey there, Angel. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Much love back. So make sure I
Former President
follow
Barack
you.
Obama and former First Lady Michelle Obama endorsed Vice President
I
Kamala
do.
Harris' presidential bid in a video released Friday. Michelle and I couldn't be prouder to endorse you and to do everything we can to get you through this election and into the Oval Office. That's my Obama voice. Is that okay?
No, I think that was Michelle on the phone though. Oh wait, no, it wasn't. Michelle and I can be. Yeah, Michelle and I couldn't be
President told-
prouder to endorse you and everything we can do to get through this election. Like blow up babies, you know, that's what we do. We blow up babies. Oh yeah, that's
Look,
Obama.
don't bring up history. You can't.
yeah.
Obama's past.
Um,
So Harris
Did you-
thanked him, said thank you. That's cool. Oh my goodness, Michelle, Barack,
Yeah.
this means so much to me. I'm looking forward to doing this with the two of you. Doug and I both.
Wait, with the two of you? What?
out there, being on the road.
Oh, there it is. Did you see the video?
No.
It's 100% staged. The whole video. Like,
Yeah, because she probably found out like behind closed doors.
yeah, but the video,
There's a video
like,
of
there's a
them
video.
finding
Yeah,
out,
she
like-
gets a phone call. She puts it on speaker. You can hear this phone clear as deadlights, both dead daylight, both sides of the phone, right? It's deadlight. It's dead. But anyway, you can hear it on both sides of the phone. You can hear it perfect. You know, you see your phone and it says Michelle on it, I think, and speaker. But they just have so many camera shots, and yeah, it was
It's
not
just two staged.
too staged. Like, how dumb do they think their voter? Oh wait, never mind. So
and the thing is, this being its own, like they did this on purpose. They wanted this to be the news story for Friday.
Yeah,
Like, there
for
was
sure.
already the other people endorsing her happening on Wednesday and Tuesday and Monday. Like they already had stories. This is why the Obamas were holding out, because they wanted to make sure the news cycle
Yeah,
could
that's a,
capitalize, I think.
or that's all the news cycle, or maybe they don't want, and because releasing news on a Friday is probably the worst thing you can do.
Change between now and Monday.
Yeah, but releasing news on Friday is a bad thing to do. You know that, right?
No, I didn't know that.
Well, they say it is a thing because they say you release the news on Friday, and then people are doing shit on the weekend. Like they do stuff, they go out with their families and stuff. They don't really think about the Friday night news because they don't watch the Friday night news. Now, mind you, news is different because it's posted everywhere now, right? But by the time Monday comes along, a whole bunch of shit on the weekends happen. So now they're thinking about what's happening on the weekend, not what happened on Friday, right? But again, I think you're right in this situation. They wanted to hold off until Friday and then
Which
drop
means
the
we can
news,
Look forward
so.
to more endorsements Monday from other people we haven't
yeah.
heard from yet. What were some of the other names you're throwing? Because
I don't think.
we start to see those as
No, I think they got most of them. I don't know.
they
But
do have most of them at this point. I mean, they got the Clintons, now they got the Obamas, they got
Yeah.
Pelosi, they got Schumer, and more, more and more. So I mean, and she's also got all the delegates. It's like there's no real stop.
she doesn't have all the delegates yet. But you're right. Again, I don't
She
think.
has all the delegates needed to get through the first round.
Yeah,
Nobody else
exactly,
is even
right.
trying
No
to
fr-
get through the first round, so de facto she'll win the second
But
round.
you're
because of
right.
Nobody else being in it.
But yeah, it is what it is. Watching from the sidelines, I think it's very unfair to all the Democrat voters and people in the party. But that's my opinion.
No, this is incredibly fair. This is
How
totally
yeah,
fair.
is it how so?
Yes, because we've been asking Biden to step down.
Yeah, exactly. So now you get
And-
someone
and
else.
If the argument
Kamala
is that
ran,
voted
but
for
yeah.
Kamala, well, there's been an opportunity for anyone who wanted to challenge her,
Yeah.
and also people did vote for her. Turns
Yeah.
out when you vote for a president, you vote for a president and a vice president.
Yeah, but
So
if you
she
look
literally
back
has
in the
already
choice,
voted
now
for
it's
Not only
it's
that,
not
we wanted Joe
Democratic.
to step down.
Yeah,
The expectation
so-
of when a president
So-
is no longer able to do their job, the vice president will do that job.
Okay, do the job for
So-
6 months and have a full election, full thing. A
I'm
lot
not
of
hearing
like,
any
yeah, so.
uproar except for from conservatives, which is
So.
weird. No liberals are really standing up saying, "Hey, I didn't get to choose."
I haven't
your
seen
vote."
some, yeah, but not many. You're
I
right,
literally
but
have
yeah.
only seen that
so.
from conservative POVs. That's who's pushing that, and I don't understand it because weren't they saying he was too old to be running?
I don't think it has nothing to do about that him
It's
stepping
all
down. I
bullshit.
think that's
Everyone
like
was saying
if there's something like this happened and they put some popular person in, like say Vivek, and they knew Vivek would win, the Democrat Party would be freaking out too. It's like, you didn't do the proper nominee ceremony and all that. And then they have the right to
Probably
call.
say
Yeah,
it's the
so.
RNC. They can make their own rules. They do what they want.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, they might do some outrage
So.
segments if you watch Rachel Maddow, but outside of that, I don't think it'd be anything unusual if
Right.
Trump actually did step down. But the thing is, in Trump's position, if he were to step down, he wasn't the incumbent. And if you were to look at his incumbency, it would be Pence, and Pence isn't going to step up and take it. So
Well, Pence
literally
did want
nobody
it.
voted for J.D. Vance.
So Pence did want it. He did try to run for president. Remember that?
J.D.
So
Vance
come
was
on.
the Republican nominee. Also,
Yeah.
at this point, the RNC has finished,
Yeah,
whereas the DNC hasn't.
but yeah, why is it so far? Yeah, but
She's
this
not
is so
the nominee
late.
yet.
So
she's just one of the potentials. Like,
that's what I said at the beginning. Remember, you said she
Yeah.
is a nominee, but I said she's not. So, but
Like,
yeah, right. Well, see what
the
happens.
process is
If
still going, and the only people I hear calling it undemocratic are people who aren't involved and should shut the fuck up about it. Because everybody wanted Joe down, and he's down. This is what he
Okay,
wanted.
so anybody who has an opinion that you
We're
don't
literally
like,
saying
so anybody who
anybody-
doesn't like an opinion you don't like, you just say shut the fuck up. They can't have an opinion.
I mean, they should shut the
It's like,
fuck
yeah,
up
no.
about this.
Okay, well then we can say that about many things, right? Like,
I mean, yeah. If there's a bunch of brain dead people talking about things, yeah.
but you're out. Look, okay, so you're insulting me there because I talk about it, and I think it's not fair to the Democratic people.
Right,
You know,
you should shut
so.
the fuck up about that because it's
Yeah.
absolutely fair.
Okay,
As
so
an American, as a Democratic voter, I
yeah,
want this.
okay,
This
you
is
do.
the will of the
You
this
do,
is the
okay.
will of-
And I
this
think
is
that's
the
pretty
will of the
sad.
people.
I think that's pretty sad. You're like, Yeah, there's
is
been
the will of
polling.
the people.
Okay, so
This is not an unrepresented situation. We
this has
want
never happened
this.
before, though. This is ridiculous. This was a plan from the
wanted
start.
this.
Yeah, and you
There
guys
was tons
schemed
and
it
tons
all
of
the way.
polls
So
and people saying we want Joe to step down and we don't
yes,
care. We
I don't
care.
know.
There's not enough time.
I don't know if they. I don't know if they don't care who was in there though.
Also,
Come on.
I've been saying there's enough time.
Yeah, we'll see.
The DNC's still not done. They're still doing whatever process they want to do. They're a private organization. They can do it however they want. That's how we
Yeah.
decided. They can do it however they want. They don't even have to be democratic. If they don't
Well,
want to.
we can't talk about the next 5 stories though, because I'm not involved. So we can go to the last one. So I don't know. Should we just? But yeah, I still that's my
So
view.
you're
I can see.
extrapolating that I was saying
Yeah.
that about this topic, so therefore
But
every topic that you're not
well,
involved in.
then
you
what
can talk
topic
about.
can we talk about then? If you can't talk about it, there exactly any topic, so we can talk
Also,
about it.
should shut the fuck up and can't talk about it are two different things.
So.
You're a Canadian.
Yeah.
This is an American election that you're trying to say we're doing something undemocratic. I'm
But
saying
see,
stop.
but America is
Saying
the
no.
ruler of the free world, let's call it.
It's the opposite.
You know, and when they get
It's
some woman in
Biden.
there who's gonna start World War III, of course I'm gonna be worried about that stuff. You know what I
do
mean?
Realize the opposite, or the other side of the coin is you're saying Joe Biden can't step down.
Yes.
Must keep going, which is retarded.
Well, that's not what
That
I'm
is
saying.
legitimately
Like
stupid.
he can, but we knew a year ago. Exactly a
He
year
did-
ago.
Absolutely did
Yeah.
step down, which is
No,
great.
yeah, he was forced to step
He's
down.
very-
We all know that.
Not
So
forced.
yeah, I'm pretty sure.
The voice
And
of
that,
the
for the record, that video
the
yesterday
donors.
on Wednesday too. Yeah, okay. But
It's
on
as
Wednesday,
democratic as it gets.
on Wednesday,
More
that
democratic
video
than
he
last
posted that was live from the White House was not live. They kind of want to goof there. They didn't change the time on his watch, and they said it was live, but his watch was
On delay when it
no, his watch was off by 2 hours. So
I mean, 2 hours is quite a
yeah,
delay.
so like they summoned, unless it was a good Photoshop, but it didn't seem real to me.
What video?
Like
What is this a video? I didn't catch
the
that. Video
the
of Joe?
yeah, when he was his.
Oh, we're still on that Joe didn't really step down thing?
No,
he
I
didn't.
know. Listen, okay, put words in my mouth. Don't listen to what I was saying. It was a video of him saying goodbye to everybody on Wednesday that they said was live. I'm just pointing out a fact that's
so it
happening.
wasn't
Yeah,
live,
so.
what does that mean?
But yeah, they're all full of shit.
What
Like,
does that mean?
okay, it means that
Oh,
they
that means
lied.
that everything they
Yeah,
say
they're
is
like
okay, no,
most
I
of them.
don't
Yeah,
agree with
so
that
it's,
would be foolish to
Yeah,
use
okay.
one instance and apply it to everything.
So-
That'd be silly. People tell truths and lies.
Yeah.
And you do
Well-
a mix of them. If you want to be a good liar, you have
what's
to
a
tell
lie?
the truth.
Like they knew a year ago Joe Biden was not fit to be president. They knew this. Kamala knew that. You know, they all knew
We've been
that. So.
screaming.
So,
Progressive left-
and this was the
We've been
whole
screaming
point.
for this for over a year.
And this
Right.
was the whole
Like from PA
scheme,
Twitter,
yeah.
Back to February 2023. Yes.
I don't
we
know.
have.
I don't know
And
who
it
that
finally
was, so,
happened. Yay.
So
Don't shit on it. Don't shit on my parade, dude.
well, your parade.
We've been wanting
So
Joe to step down, and he did. Don't shit on it. We
Yeah,
wanted
well,
this. Wanted this.
yeah, maybe you did, but did the world want that? Maybe, but I
don't
guess
care what the
it
fuck
doesn't
the
matter.
world
Yeah,
thinks.
well, the world cares, and because that's World War
This is
III
for
coming around the
American
corner. So.
voters, and they polled American
Yeah.
voters, Democratic voters for this. And the
Well,
vote-
luckily you can't get. Luckily you're too old to get drafted, and I am too. So,
Well,
cheers to
yeah.
that. So,
I mean, but the chance of me getting drafted under Harris versus the chance of me getting drafted under Biden or Trump, like,
I'm pretty sure Harris would have a better
Same.
chance to get us into war than Trump would.
what makes you
But-
think Harris is going to get us into a war? What's she going to do?
Well, she's not gonna. She's
Which war?
well, she's gonna keep funding Ukraine, which is gonna stir stuff, and then one day
Change a war.
it will.
Doing that.
That proxy exactly, but that proxy war will turn into a bigger war, which
So continuing to do exactly what we're doing will make it bigger.
yes, 100%. Because once Russia starts getting down and on their knees, they're gonna get more defensive, and okay,
What do you mean down and
Well,
on their knees? They're not losing. They haven't
yeah.
lost ground for months.
yeah, but they're still realizing that America is funding their enemy and killing Russians. So,
I mean, they're trying.
but they are. Russians are still dying,
They
right?
are
So-
at a much slower pace, but
Yeah.
also Russia hasn't lost ground, so getting on their knees isn't happening.
But okay, sorry. Oh my God, my definition is wrong. But
Well, no, from a military perspective, they are nowhere close
Yes.
to anything that would be a bad position.
So
they
that's-
are nothing but good position.
well, luckily we have next story next about this
and
because
that's the
Russia
thing with-
and China were
that's the
flying
thing.
over us just the other day, both Canada and America for some reason, in our airspace. So
But that's-
clearly there's
that's
something going on, right? That actually is. That actually it should be in the next story.
I was gonna say that's a little later in there.
No, I'm pretty sure it's next. The CNN story. Do you not have it next?
The CNN story that's next is the 48 states.
Oh shit. Oh well. Okay. Well, I guess that is not next. But okay.
Which we kind of are already talking about. Here's 48 states who say that Harris can get on the ballot instead of Biden, rejecting claims which break state laws. Yeah, so conservatives are also trying to, at every level, stop them from putting her name on the ballot instead of Biden's for some reason. And when I say for some reason, it's basically they want to try to get votes to not count.
Yeah.
They're trying to openly rig an election, basically.
That's not like it wouldn't be rigging. It would be
By
so.
not getting a person's name on the ballot, that's openly rigging. Sorry. When you're trying to make sure that the wrong name is on the ballot, Joe Biden instead of Kamala Harris, that's rigging.
And I guarantee you'd be saying that, and I would hope you would be saying the same thing too. But you can guarantee your ass that if Trump got shot in the head last 3 weeks ago and he died, they'd be like, oh well, they'd come up, they'd fight as much. So.
To keep a dead man's name.
That's what I said. Did he not just hear what I said? I was like, you would agree that with what you just said.
I definitely would agree.
Yes. So
keep Trump's name on
I know you wouldn't, but they would. They'd definitely fight for her. They'd be like, oh well.
No, they already tried to take his name off the ballot. Remember?
Yeah, but when he's dead, they'd be like, oh well, leave it on. Well, leave it on there. You said we can't take it off. Politics are dirty on all sides. Every politician's dirty. Compare Republican, conservative, liberal, Democrat, whatever. They're all gonna play dirty fucking games to get what they want, and 90% of the time, it might work for them. This, you're probably right. It's not gonna work.
Biden's name to stay on the ballot is silly shit.
But some places some places the ballots are already printed, aren't they? Like
it takes a day to print.
now then, they're not.
This printing timing argument is the dumbest argument.
But again,
Because
all
printing
sides,
takes
yeah.
no time.
But apparently it does. You have to have them by.
Have you been to a Kinko's? Have you asked how much volume a Kinko's can do?
Then why is there these rules then? Then they have to change the rules because they have to have the ballot 100 days before the election. What is it? I don't know. How?
I don't know why they have all these rules. Probably so the conservatives can claim nonsense and try to make the election, less votes. The more people that vote, the less likely a conservative is to win. So every time you see something that makes it so that a vote might not get counted, it's a conservative behind it. They want less votes. That's what they've always wanted. It's always been true. Some of them are open about that. I can show you some clips if you want of party leaders saying that.
So let's get to the next one here.
So this one,
From
the election authorities of at least 48 states, both Republican and Democrats, say there are no obstacles that would prevent Kamala Harris from getting on election ballots if she becomes the official Democratic presidential nominee, as expected.
There you go.
I'm not shocked by this. Because,
Yeah, I'm not either, really, but like.
The DNC has a ending date when they name their person, so they would know that date already, even if it was already going to be.
But wasn't this the whole thing about the Ohio ballot? Remember how he wasn't on the Ohio ballot already? We talked about that a while ago. And that was a long time ago. Yeah. They were taking Joe didn't do something in time. After Joe didn't do something where he wasn't going to be on the ballot. Remember we talked about that. Yeah, for the federal election, So now it's too late for him to do it. So Harris shouldn't, in that case, I'm not vouching for her saying, but in that case, if Joe is too late back a month ago.
Can still say Harris.
But then why was Joe, why was Joe too late to be put on the ballot a month ago, but Harris can't, maybe that's one of the 2 states that she can't. Maybe that's why it says 48 states.
Are you talking about the DNC stuff? Because that's different from a federal election.
No, it's a federal election.
The primary and the federal election are different. So what ballot are you talking about?
The federal.
Joe's name.
The federal election, Ohio.
The Ohio was a primary, right?
No, this is for the federal election.
And Biden's name's not on the wait, you're saying Ohio doesn't have Biden on a ballot?
Yes, we talked. We talked about this a month ago.
You're confusing me. I don't
yes,
understand
you're confusing me because we talked about this a month ago.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Do you not remember us talking about this a month ago? Here.
What is your point?
Can you see my screen? I'm just saying if it was too late for Biden to be put on the ballot back in May of 2024, how can Harris be put on the ballot?
I mean, he still ended up being the guy until he stepped down.
No, here, 1 second.
Ohio delegates were going for Biden.
Now, you're not, okay.
I don't understand what you're saying, because Biden still got Ohio.
Okay, his name was not put on the ballot. We talked about it. Because they print it, right? We were talking about that was going to be the case. We never followed up on it, but...
And you're talking 2020?
2024! Do you not see my screen right now?
I see your screen, although I can't really see your screen.
No? Okay, wow.
But, so 2024 wouldn't be a federal, because it hasn't happened yet.
President Joe Biden might not appear on the November 2024 president ballot in Ohio. Ohio law requires the presidential candidate to be certified. That is, the state must notify the presidential candidates have been officially nominated 90 days before the general election in order to get on the ballot.
For the November thing.
For the November election.
Ballots.
Yeah, so I'm just saying.
Harris's name will be on them. I'm trying to get what your point is. Harris's name will be on those ballots. So what's your point?
They're saying, okay, this is back in May, before Joe Biden steps down, right? So Joe Biden's a president and he's running for 2024. This is what they're saying. And they're saying because he didn't do the paperwork or have it properly, that his name might not appear on the ballot. So if that's the case, how can they automatically put another name on the ballot who wasn't even have the paperwork
You
yet?
just use the word might.
So
Because you just used the word might would be my answer.
that's ridiculous.
Whoever said that isn't ironclad 100% sure of anything. That's why they said it might keep him off the ballot. Just like it might keep her off the ballot. Or it might not. You might be able to just file a late thing with an addendum. This is stupid regulatory paperwork stuff. Kamala will go and do it, and you file a late thing.
yeah, they can
There's
because
There's probably a financial penalty tied to not doing it, and do you pay the penalty? Then you're on it.
okay,
This
there
is
you
how
go.
shit works like this. Like her name
But-
would be on the Ohio ballot.
But again,
And his name would have been.
so-
And it's not too late.
But again, that's what I see. It looks like it's too late. You getting all pissy with me because I'm reading something, like I'm literally read it, and we talked about it a month. Because
a future that doesn't make sense to me.
but they're talking about Joe Biden. Now, you're clearly, I've said it a million times. There's no point
But
saying
you're
it again.
not gonna see a ballot that says Trump and no one.
So-
you're not gonna see that.
Yeah,
And I think that's the future you're trying to imagine. Like that there wouldn't be a Democratic name on there, but there will be.
well, they try to do that to every Trump in this,
No matter
but
what
yeah.
the might thing is, it was might. It might happen. Well, no, it won't. Her name will be on it, or his would have. Now hers will. Like, I don't think this whole ballot worry and printing worry isn't real. It's manufactured. Because none of this shit has come up yet, and nobody's been like, "Oh, we're past the deadline. It's too late. Nothing's gonna happen now." Nothing's actually happened. None of these like maybes have come to fruition.
Okay, but
And
again,
November is gonna be just fine. They could print it the day before.
so. And then they're the wrong side, just like in whatchamacallit, and they
you know
don't
what this
write.
is all setting
So
up- what this is all really setting up is for after the fact conservatives to say that it was rigged. Anyways.
yeah.
They're gonna point
Well,
out all
both
these things and say you
both
did it
sides
wrong.
doesn't matter. Both sides are going to call it rigged, no matter what.
Yeah, Trump has already said
So,
that.
yeah,
He's
and- but-
openly said he won't
But
believe
I
the results.
guarantee both sides are going to say it's rigged, no matter what.
No, if the Democrat loses, they'll concede like they did every
Well, I
time.
don't know. Harris, and Clinton was. I'm pretty sure she was like, "Well, Russia was involved," and they
She
all.
conceded that night.
Yeah, conceded, but still saying that it was
She
Russian
conceded
conclusion.
that night.
But then going on in the future and saying Russian collusion and all this stuff, that means yeah, you concede it, but you don't believe it.
Well, you think she should shut the fuck up?
So, well, Trump
About
probably
that
should have.
conclusion? Why
Yes,
should she shut the fuck up
then
about
why?
it?
Because then she shouldn't have. Then she. Then
conceded.
why did she concede? Exactly. Trump was like, well, I believe this, so I'm not gonna concede. Trump
He's
was
never
wrong.
conceded.
He was wrong. I'm pretty sure he did, didn't he? He
Nope,
finally
never
admitted he
conceded.
lost. So.
Never conceded. You can't do like get asked that 900 times and never say you actually lost and then be like, oh no, the 901st time I did finally say it. No, he never conceded. He's a dickhead. The normal thing to do when you're an actual politician, which he's not, which is why he's the outlier, not the Clintons, is you concede. He's the
Yeah.
one person who didn't in the history, and he's a non-politician, so that's why. He's not a politician. So he's the one that did the non-political thing. Denied losing. Even though we all watched it. It's just sad, really. Denying it when we're all literally watching it.
Apparently, on January 7th, he concedes the election and commends the attacks on the U.S. Capitol.
Show me the quote.
Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Here.
And if in that same paragraph he also says the stolen election or the rigged election, then any other words he said in the paragraph don't count. I lost, but it was rigged. And then you show me the quote of I lost, won't count.
Then, so Hillary doesn't admit she lost because she said she conceded, but she still thinks it's Russian collusion. So, therefore, she doesn't think she lost the election.
No, she thinks that the Russian collusion had an impact on voters, but that she lost.
Yes, and Trump. Well, then, okay, never mind. Anyway,
She's not saying she won. She's just
Trump
saying
finally
that the Russians
conceded
had a
that
foreign influence
2020.
on our votes, which is possibly true. Israel has a ton of influence on our votes too. Big shock. So does China. We openly allow foreign countries to have an influence on our election. It's the norm. I don't know why they made a big deal about specifically Russia. They're just one of many who have bought our different Congress people and senators and some part of the presidency. Wasn't there a huge thing about Ukraine owning the Bidens too? That's foreign influence too.
Yeah, so.
Like
But-
it never really ends. So talking about Russia, talking about any of them, pretty much the same, isn't it? So her saying that isn't really that alarming or crazy sounding. It's pretty normal.
Yeah, but
And she also said,
Yeah.
"I lost." Show me a quote
Yeah.
of Trump saying, "I lost."
Trump declined to mention Biden by the name and explicitly admitted he'd lost the election. It's okay, he didn't, is it? But instead he's saying now that Congress has certified the election results, the new administration, so okay. I guess he
He
didn't.
said, "There's a
mention
new
that.
administration." That's not "I lost."
Yeah, alright, like, okay. But he's, anyway. Okay.
Oh wait.
No, like I said, okay, I just said, you do not listen to me, I just said, okay, I was wrong. So, okay, wanna finish up here, or? Because we haven't even gotten this much of the story, but I guess we have. She's gonna be on the ballot, except for in 2 states, maybe. I wonder what 2 states.
Yeah. What are the 2 states? I think that's the only thing we want to know. Florida and Montana did not respond to requests for comment.
Okay.
But a review of the state's ballot access rules suggests Harris is not likely to face an issue there either.
Okay.
Okay. So wait, what do they mean? Like, they did a survey of all 50 states.
So this isn't this is just a survey. This isn't official yet, but
Who did they survey?
the states, you know, they called up New York and Texas all by phone, and
Okay, but if you call me, you can't call me. I'm a random ass person. You
Yeah.
can't ask me. Are there obstacles that would?
Well, I don't know who they called.
You have to
Who
call
knows?
Election officials, right? You can't
So-
just call me. I won't know how to answer.
Yeah.
It's like that 1% show we watch. You
Yeah.
can't use me.
Maybe they are, though.
You need an
Maybe
expert.
they are. They
I don't know
go.
what
They,
this even
they caught a
is.
whole bunch of Democrats in each state, and they probably asked.
Yeah.
They probably asked someone who's running it, or the governor, or something, or the Senate, not the senator, or one of the senators. I'm not sure, but
And he's talking about it would be unlawful to go in a back room and switch it out. I don't even know what they're talking about, really. I don't think anyone's going in a back room and writing down Kamala Harris's name.
so.
Um,
I did read something pretty funny though today, and it like I'm sure they're like majority of Trump supporters are gonna vote for Kamala. I'm like I'm sure there'll be a few, but I don't think many Trump supporters are gonna start voting for Kamala. But I could be wrong, but I still don't think so.
Yeah, this is saying experts on election law. These are the people. Talk to these
Yeah.
people. They say it is not true since the Democrats never named Biden as the official 2024 nominee or submitted his name to the states as their 2024 nominee. And election authorities around the country have now confirmed, telling CNN or saying in public statements that Harris will not face any obstacles getting on their ballots if she is formally chosen as the Democratic nominee next month.
Okay.
Yeah, so basically what the experts are saying is, well, since Biden hasn't even been formally chosen as the nominee, of course there's no problem.
But like that's weird because
We
that.
haven't-
But
the
so
formal doing it is kind of the trigger to do the next step. Is basically what they're saying.
other than him stepping down, has the sitting president ever been removed by the party to put someone else in
I don't think
for
so.
this? No. Okay.
Probably not.
I don't yet. I'm just wondering because then why they have.
How would they do? Like, if somebody dies, the VP takes it.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. So say the delegates say okay. Say Gavin Newsom ran for president for Democrat and he got more delegates than Joe Biden. Would they remove Joe Biden from presidency if Gavin Newsom had more delegates? Like, you know, so they voted for Joe Biden in each state, right? Now say Gavin Newsom somehow got more delegates than Joe. Would they be able to remove Joe from the ballot?
Well, I think that's where we'd have to look into the rules of that second round thing.
Okay.
You know,
Oh
they said
yeah.
Kamala got enough
Oh.
delegates to get through the first round. I think there's a second round, and I don't actually understand it because the DNC makes it up.
Okay.
I think that's the round where they fuck you over if you're Bernie.
Yeah. Well, Bernie did
That's
get.
where they keep. That's where they pay Warren to stay in, and then pay everyone else to drop out.
Trump-
So that the only split vote is the progressive split.
Trump
And
pissed off
moderate
Bernie
vote
today,
goes
hey?
To Biden.
Trump pissed off Bernie today. Because
Yeah.
Trump was like, Kamala Harris is a very bit for the furthest liberals. And Bernie was like, no, she's not. I am.
Kind of centrist as fuck.
Yeah, but
She's
just but
actually,
Bernie was, I am. I'm the furthest left. You know, like.
Bernie's the furthest left.
Yeah,
like,
it's just funny.
Unquestioned.
I just funny how Bernie's like, I'm gonna say something about that.
It's funny watching Trump try to figure out his attack angle. He hasn't figured out how to attack Kamala yet, and like all of his things he's tried haven't worked. He's been workshopping some things, but
Yeah. All
I
right.
don't know. It won't matter too much because it's basically just it's not changing anyone's mind. It's just less entertaining for his people.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, that's the thing. I want to see a debate because it'd be interesting to watch those two debate. Honestly,
I saw some picture of a shirt somebody bought that said "Get the old man out of there" or something.
Yeah,
With like an
and it's
American
Trump.
flag, and they tried to return it because Biden's no longer like on the ballot or something.
Oh yeah.
So that
So-
just looks like they're making fun of Trump, and now they can't wear it around their friends because
yeah.
Trump's the only old man.
But he is. Yeah, he is. So
Trump's the only old man on the ballot for November. So
yeah. Again,
he's the only
Cool,
80+
yeah.
year old person trying to become president.
I think he's only 79 right now. So
When's his birthday?
he just had it. So
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so-
79.
yeah,
There you
so,
go. He's a
I don't know.
young
Yeah,
man.
he's not that old. So yeah.
Not that old, says Mike. You heard it
Yeah,
here
so-
first. Trump.
Well, yeah, not that. No, he's old, but not that old. So, all right.
So yeah, Johnson didn't respond when CNN said. Actually, they all say it's fine. Johnson's the one who said it's gonna be weird. There might be lawful impediments, and then CNN reached out and found out, no, like maybe these two states, but probably not. Like those two just didn't respond yet. But the other
All right.
48 affirmed. Yeah, Harris is
Well,
fine.
the experts
They're
confirm.
fine.
The experts confirm, but experts have been wrong. But we'll see. We'll find out in the next week or so exactly what happens. Because yeah, I think it's from the 1st to the 6th is the DNC, and we'll go from there.
Election authorities increase the District of Columbia. What? I don't know. This is just saying the same thing again. In general,
right.
they explained that they received the names of a major party's presidential nominee after the nominee is officially chosen by the party. That the Democratic convention has not been held yet. It's scheduled for in-person events on August 19 to 22. That's what I was saying about how they would have this date already, regardless of if Biden had dropped out or not. This date hasn't changed. August 19th was the same even before Biden dropped out. And so they would have had their printing and stuff with this in mind. Don't print. until
But
after
they
August
changed.
22.
But they changed it now from the 1st to the
You
6th, I
have from
believe.
August 22 to November 1 to print. Type
I'm-
shit. Like,
Although I think they changed the dates of that, but
and they're going to do an official nomination vote to be held virtually earlier in the month, whatever that
Yeah.
means. But that's just a nomination, you know. We're wanting the officially chosen part. That's the important.
oh, so that's weird.
You know, yeah,
What the
we
heck,
want it to
like-
be official, like when they officially picked Trump and had a whole
Yeah.
week-long event for him. They're gonna do a whole party for Harris too. It's gonna be great. We might go live for part of it. Who knows?
Okay. Well, I think we should get out of the way from these guys for a
So
bit.
yeah, according to all these people, no problem. Ballots should be just fine for everybody.
Okay.
All right. Well, let's move on to foreign news.
Is
I
it
guess we
foreign?
call this foreign news.
Yeah, I guess, yeah. From the AP. Snoop Dogg carries out the Olympic torch for opening ceremonies in Paris.
Okay.
Cool. Get
Light
on.
it up, Snoop.
Yeah, did he smoke a joint? So is weed legal in Paris? Yeah, he looks high. He always looks high though, so.
Well, he doesn't smoke anymore. Remember?
No, he chews, he eats. Yeah, he still can eat. He can still eat weed. He still can get high.
He eats.
He eats weed.
I also
Okay.
eat.
Let's see what this has.
Okay. Oh God, it's been that.
Yeah. Snoop Dogg is seemingly everywhere during the Paris Olympics. During the Paris Olympics, but on Friday morning, you could catch him carrying the Olympic torch ahead of the opening ceremonies. He was one of the
Everywhere.
he was one of the final torch bearers of the Olympic flame, which was lit April in Greece and slowly has journeyed towards Paris. Since Snoop's dog leg was in Saint Desire, Denis, sorry, that was something on my way there, a suburb of Paris. Okay, well, okay, well, that's what it's
Saint Denis.
Dennis, yes, I should know
That's
the
weird.
Dennis.
That's a Snoop Dogg's leg.
So, yeah, that threw me off there. Snoop Dogg's
It's
leg.
like the leg of a race, but like
Yeah.
that's not how anyone reads.
Yeah.
Snoop
Dogs.
Dogg's leg.
I'm
is
thinking,
in
is
this
he on the
place.
border? Like, is he just on one side and his legs in that city, then his legs in another? You know.
Yeah.
Do you want to take it?
I guess, but I see a word here that's gonna confuse me. In an interview earlier this week, the multi-hyphenate
Why do you think I asked you to take it? You know.
attitude toward the U.S. and France for the opportunity.
I'm gonna
It's
Google that.
learning
Let's
time.
go that. Yeah.
It's learning time. Hold on, we gotta learn.
Multi-fight,
Google.
fight Nate,
What's a
multi-fight Nate,
multi-hyphenate?
hyphenate,
Person, especially
multi-hyphenate.
a celebrity with several professions or skills.
Oh, what's his profession?
That actually fits.
I
Snoop
guess.
Dogg has multiple professions or skills and is a celebrity
Okay.
and a person.
Okay, well, go for him. Are you gonna watch it? Are you gonna watch the Olympics?
No, I mean maybe
No.
we're talking about the different sports and like we might watch fencing.
Yeah, I don't.
That fencing's kind of cool.
Fencing, yeah. I don't know. I sure hope they don't have those people riding fake horses. You know what I'm talking about? There's a sport now where they do the horse jump, but instead you put a horse broomstick, and they jump around the field like that.
That sounds terrible.
Yeah, here I'm gonna pull it up here while we're talking about this because it is pretty funny. So, take them while you want. I'll do this.
So Snoop Dogg is in Paris to help cover the games for NBC, part of the U.S. broadcasters' bet to boost ratings by infusing coverage with pop culture. Okay, so they're just open about it.
Yeah.
But I don't hate him. I mean, if he's going to be an announcer, that would actually make me watch more of the games. If he was like on commentary during some of the games, like calling the match or calling the fencing, I'd watch Snoop Dogg call a fencing match. That'd be pretty cool.
Okay, so while you do that,
the end of the
okay, yeah,
article.
okay, that's it. So I'm gonna quickly go over this because it is a pretty funny clip. Let me find the rest of it though, because 1 second here. Okay, here we go. Turn on up, and here we go. Oh, Dustin just left. But here it is here. This is a real sport. People do this. And this is a sport.
You may hear Peanut. I just heard him yelling. Okay, so do they judge? Is there judges for this sport?
Oh, didn't make it. Yeah, there's judges.
Okay, so my first rule is I wish they'd get rid of all the sports that require a judge to decide the winner. I don't think it's a sport if you have to have somebody just
They
decide.
did it. Well, then that's half the friggin' sports in the Summer Olympics. Did you see that gallop?
I know, and it's the
Oh my
entirety of
God.
X Games. It's all of
But
the X Games.
anyway,
You
I
know what
don't.
I'm saying.
I just think this is pretty funny. Like, this is actually a real sport, and people
Look,
do
I'm not
this.
saying you can't do these things. In fact,
No.
skateboarding is
It's-
fun. Do
but
it.
they judge 'em.
BMX is fun.
Then how do
It's not
you-
a sport.
But yeah, then
a
but
hobby.
it's the hobby. But then it's in the Olympics still. Take like, but yeah.
They should have the Paris Olympic hobby.
Okay,
Good
what's
for
next?
it, you know? What do you think about the one with the stick where you try to launch your body in the air?
The high vault.
Yeah.
No, but I mean, I don't like that one. I was talking about that today. It's like I wouldn't be able to do that. You know, I saw a video where
I
somebody
wouldn't
got.
either,
I saw a video that someone got stabbed with one of those ones.
Yeah, that's
Actually,
actually Jace was telling me
yeah.
about. Like, there's
Yeah.
a chance you could get impaled by your own long stick.
Back when I was in middle school, I was a very short guy. Like I'm not that tall now. I'm like 5'8", 5'7". So I'm not tall, but I was much shorter in middle school, of course. But the hurdles coming out. It was summer sports, and you had to do hurdles. And I refused, and they tried to make me do them. They're like, you have to do them. I'm like, no, I'm not. I can't jump over that hurdle. Give me a break. There's no way. They're like, just do it. And I refused, and I would not do it. And they try to give me detention and all that. I was like, I'm going to hurt myself. Screw you, you know? Like, the hurdle's above my fucking chest.
Well, yeah, they're
but-
pretty tall, and like
yeah.
if you don't clear it, it's gonna suck.
No,
You're gonna
but
face
they
plant.
say it just tips over.
I saw
Yeah.
several people face plant.
Me too, and I refused. And I was like, no.
They never made me do any of that. Like that
But-
was track and field people's shit. Like
Because they're like, oh, you're not, because I was very skinny and fit. But it's like, I just can't do that though. I can't jump, you know. But yeah, let's go to the next story.
there's a movie that you might want to watch.
White men can't jump.
Whoa! I was gonna say Space Jam
Oh,
because
okay.
there's this water that they drink. That's basically believe in yourself.
Oh,
White men can't. That's really what you. Oh,
that's I've never seen that movie. I know it's a movie, but I've never seen it. So
White men can't jump.
yeah.
I've seen bits and pieces of it because they would play it on like TBS or CBS or some shit, and I
Yeah.
would like be flipping through and like, oh, watch it until commercial break and then move on.
Yeah, back in the
So I
day.
actually don't know how it ends. Like at the end, does he jump?
I don't know. But yeah, let's go to the next story.
I assume he jumps at the end. Somebody in chat could spoil that for me. It'd be totally fine. Speaking of spoilers, I'm already spoiled. I already know how this turned out.
Okay. Fox Business. Can boneless wings include bones? High Court weighs in.
Yeah.
Is
Decision comes
this-
after man ordered boneless wings and swallowed a bone that damaged his esophagus and infected his throat? Okay, Peanut, calm down.
No, okay, there's two things about this. Okay, yeah, if you're ordering boneless wings, they should be boneless. But don't you chew your food before you swallow it?
Yeah, but like, what if he broke his tooth? Wouldn't he still have an argument here?
Well, you wouldn't have swallowed and got an infected friggin' esophagus, you know?
No, but you could have a
Like-
busted tooth that causes a mouth infection.
Oh, well, yeah, but you would have noticed it, whatever. But it's a lot easier to take
We
care
really
of
need
that.
to know if there's bones in our wings.
Yeah, but again, chew your food. But
Or
okay.
Do we need to know? The court decided, so.
Now they're not really bones, because how they chew wings without bones?
Well, I mean, they're nuggies if they don't.
Yeah, they're not real.
If we're being honest, they're just
okay.
nuggies.
Yeah. Okay, let's see what it says. Let's go
And I'm
on.
fine with nuggies. I love nuggies. We can still call nuggies wings.
How it
This
started.
is unrelated, but look at this. January 2021, 3.26 a pound. February 2024, 4.11 a pound.
I think it's like $7 here.
A pound?
Man, I guess no, about $8 a kilogram, which is probably $4 or $5 a pound. So yeah.
Okay, so about a dollar more.
About the same,
which-
yeah,
That's
so.
about right. I mean, if you were to say $5, I'd be like, that sucks for you, but it's not about right.
Whoa, sorry guys. Okay.
But look, that's inflation. That's 3 years
Yeah.
of inflation on chicken. Right?
And the
That
next
kinda sucks.
next batch of chicken's moldy. So not only
yeah, what's
is
up
it
with this moldy
not
chicken?
only
I
is it
mean-
more expensive, it's moldy. It's like
You
yeah.
needed the picture to be different. You
Yeah.
could have had the same picture.
Yeah, no, but it's like this is a picture from 2001.
Or they saying this
Yeah.
chicken didn't sell and now it's worth this much, and this is the
Oh,
same chicken.
maybe
If you age your chicken
it's like
3
fine
years, it's
wine.
worth about
It's
90
fine
more
wine.
cents.
And so,
I don't know if it's worth doing, but
Okay.
just age your chicken and sell it again.
A divided Ohio Supreme Court ruled Thursday that customers should not expect boneless wings to be free of bones.
Oh, so they ruled in favor of you don't get to know. if
Have
there's
you
bones.
ever got seedless watermelon?
wrap foil around doorknobs?
Have you ever got seedless watermelon before?
got seedless? Yes, I have.
And
It's amazing.
and have you ever had seeds in the mill?
Yeah, actually.
There you go. So yeah, okay. So
It happens.
the 4-3 decision
Yeah,
came
definitely.
after a guest of a restaurant filed legal action when he suffered severe medical complications because a bone from a boneless wing got stuck in his throat. The AP reported that Michael Burkherm was dining with his wife and friends at a wing joint in Hamilton, Ohio. I almost said Ontario because Hamilton is Ontario. My bad. Hamilton, Ohio, when he ordered his usual boneless wings with Parmesan garlic sauce.
That's a
That kind
good
of tastes
sauce.
pretty
I
tasty,
like
yeah.
Parmesan
Heartburn.
garlic. It's
That's a
pretty
lot
good.
of heartburn though.
Yeah, but if you don't like spicy.
Yeah, but that's just heartburn but it's still great. And Burkherm was eating. He felt a bite-sized piece of meat go down the wrong way.
So it's bite sized. So you wanted to chew that more?
All right, so it's bite-sized, so it got
He
stuck.
said it
Yeah.
was pretty small.
All right,
Well, a
so
bite-sized candy bar is like still pretty.
yeah.
decent size. Like it's a square. Like I try to really make sure I chew my stuff because I've had stuff caught in my throat and I've had that.
I
pain.
was
Like,
choked
oh my
once.
God.
Yeah, my first time I ever choked was in school, and everyone just laughed because they didn't know my teacher too. They're like,
That
ah.
sucks.
I was like,
I
yeah.
had I had a really bad one too. Not people laughing at me though.
But I don't think they realized I was actually choking.
Yeah. I had one where I was in a bar and I had been eating something and then I went to take a drink of my beer and whatever was in my throat wouldn't go down and also
Oh.
now there's beer on top of it and so it just started coming right back out my mouth right on my plate and I just like stood up and walked over to the bathroom leaving that plate of
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
there. And then I went to the bathroom and heaved for 30 minutes and came back to that plate
Yeah.
and everybody around was gone like
Yeah. See ya. No, they don't give a
I
shit.
just said I need my tab.
So 3 days later, Burkham was feverish and able to keep food down. So he went to the emergency room. While there, a doctor discovered a long, thin bone that had torn his esophagus and caused an infection. Now, how can he come prove it was from that? I guess if he bit, he felt
they
it that
found the
night.
bone, right?
Oh yeah, but how do they know it's from that place? But anyway,
I don't think they're gonna do DNA tests to make sure it's the chicken that he got. Like that, they're gonna just say it's
okay,
probably
yeah.
her. Like,
So
we're gonna
Burkham
go with
sued
that.
the
Yeah.
restaurant, Wings on the Brookwood, claiming the restaurant failed to warn him that boneless wings could contain bones, despite the understanding that item are nuggets of chicken meat free of bone or boneless. Okay, so something must still got in there. Like mistakes happen. Like I was eating once with one of my old coworkers, and he was eating into a potato salad, and he found a piece of spatula in there.
Yeah,
Like,
you could find.
and then we brought it back.
A legally allowed
Yeah.
amount of like rat feces.
But no, it was like a little. It was literally a big piece of plastic. And then when we showed her, she was like, "Oh, they thought they got all of it." I was like, "So you knew you broke the spat?" But anyway, it doesn't really matter. We got a free meal. But Brickham lawsuits named the wing supplier as well as the farm that produced the chickens. Whoa, you gonna go after what?
Wow.
Accusing them of being neglect.
I don't think you can go after the farm.
No.
shot, right?
Doesn't sound like it went good
Raise
for him
the chicken.
anyway.
They didn't
So
do anything with your food prep, dude.
doesn't sound like it didn't work anyway.
Well, yeah,
right?
the court
So,
didn't rule in his favor
Yeah.
either. So, a judge's gavel inside a courtroom.
I stopped. In the court's decision on Thursday, it said the boneless wings refer to cooking style. Burkham should have been on guard against bones, since it's common knowledge that chickens have bones. Okay. So, all right. So, yeah, let's see. It's common knowledge, people. So, lower courts have dismissed Burkham's suit, and the latest decision from the High Court side with the previous decisions.
So he's tried this at lower levels. He just keeps moving his way up. But
Yeah, it's done
this
now.
is
Unless
probably
he
the last one now,
unless he
right?
goes to the federal Supreme Court, but they won't take it. So
Yeah, there's no shot they pick
Yeah,
up a
that's
chicken
all.
bone story. And if they do, they're just gonna rule that you can
Yeah.
do whatever you want. I really don't care about bones.
so yeah.
Which
Okay.
pisses me off because this is the time we could have made, a precedent about bone in. Because I also don't know what bone in means half the time. What
But
does
I
bone in
like,
mean to you?
but they call it like one of my biggest pet peeves is when they call it like a Beyond Meat burger. It's like that's not a burger. That's friggin' vegetables.
Yeah, it's not.
Like they call
It's
it.
not meat and it's not a burger.
But they call them they and then that's the thing. Nothing against vegetarians and vegans, but they come up with food and they call it the same thing too. They're like, oh, vegan chicken. That's not chicken. Why do you call it chicken? Like call it some. Come up with your own goddamn name. You know what I mean? Like it pisses me off. It's like I don't know. Like come on, like it just bugs me. And go ahead be vegan. Go ahead be vegetarian, but don't be freaking calling chicken because. I mean, don't be calling grass chicken. That's all I'm saying. Okay.
And also, you don't even know what it is. Like,
No.
is it soy or is
Oh.
it some other thing? Is
And
it
it's so
tofu?
much.
'Cause I know there's different replacements,
There's
but
so
you gotta
much
tell me which
stuff
one
and
it is.
so much salt and so much stuff in that stuff. It's not good. It's not that good for you.
What am I hearing? Hold on. Do you hear that?
I hear it. Something's going on with one of his cats or something. Who knows? Breaking into something. But yeah. So yeah, apparently that's it. So diner reading boneless wings on the menu would no more believe the restaurant was warranting the absence of bones in the items than believe that the items were made from chicken wings. Just a person eating chicken fingers would know that they had not been served fingers.
Well, no, of course.
Yeah.
Okay, no. Hold on.
Yeah,
You
well.
can't use the chicken fingers and that's.
Yeah,
oh,
well,
come
that's
on.
maybe sense. Yeah, and it's true because it's a wing. It can't be boneless unless
You
they're
don't really think
not yet.
boneless is in there, do you?
Yeah, like I don't know. Like,
No, I do think boneless is in there. It's named boneless.
yeah. So, but what don't you hate how they call it self-driving cars? Tesla? They're not self-driving. They're driving assist. So maybe we should have rules and laws about how you. But they do. But there's always ways around it, right? Like.
What is a nugget?
Gordon Ramsay showed a whole bunch of kids once, and they all still wanted to eat it. So, I don't know.
I saw that video.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just gonna look up define nugget. A small lump of gold.
Yeah. Or there's many nuggets.
Small, a small chunk or lump of another substance.
Yeah.
A valuable idea or fact. Nuggets of information. So it's a small chunk or a lump of chicken. So chicken nugget. is legally admissible if we were to pass this you can't lie thing we're talking about here. Chicken fingers, that's out. Because chickens don't have fingers. Nobody can say that ever again.
Yeah, no more chicken fingers.
So that's like the sacrifice. To
Oh
get
my
boneless
gosh,
to be
not
correct,
again.
chicken fingers must die.
Yeah. All right.
Well, put aluminum foil in the dishwasher.
You know, now from the door handle to the
I
dishwasher.
think the why on this one is so that it'll be clean when you put it on your doorknob.
Maybe.
Which has a different why, but it needs to be clean.
Well, here's why. Okay.
The judges that sided with Berkheimer, though, so there were 3 judges that did agree with him.
Yeah.
Called debtor's reasoning utter jabberwocky, saying a jury should have been allowed to decide whether the restaurant was negligent.
Now, okay, whose fault is it? Because it's not the farmer, because they just raise a chicken. It's not really the restaurant, because they're pre-frozen, and you just toss them in the deep fryer and they serve them, right?
Yeah, they're not going to check every chicken.
No, you can't check every piece. Now, the only place that can be liable is the supplier. But again, there's probably some fine where it's like, well, there's a small percentage that is going to get
they're
through.
allowed a certain percent.
Right? So,
Yeah,
and it's
totally
true.
fine. Like, they're
Like,
like 0.1% wrap cheese,
Yeah.
1% bone.
that's just the
We
way
can't
it is,
make
though,
it
yeah.
0% bone. How in the world would we do that?
Yeah.
I
One
don't-
day,
don't put bone
one
in it,
day,
don't put wrap pieces in it.
one day with DNA stuff, they'll probably start growing chicken. Like they'll start growing chickens without bones, you know. So
That'd be great.
But-
I mean, might as well. They already can't really walk. Have you seen
Yeah.
some of the giant chickens that we have?
yeah, because they
can't walk.
abuse them. So,
Well, I mean, we want big breasts. We like
Yeah.
big breasts, and we cannot lie. And
But-
you can't deny.
I can't because it's too expensive.
When you walk into a chicken place, and they put a chicken breast in your face, you get sprung.
So the question must be asked: does anyone really believe that parents in this country who feed their young children boneless wings, or chicken tenders, or chicken nuggets, or chicken fingers expect bones to be in the chicken? Of course they don't. Justin Michael P. Donnelly wrote, "When they read the word boneless, they think that it means without bones, as do all sensible people."
Yes, that's what I would think it means.
You know what? I think it's very, very horrible that parents give their kids frozen food anyway. It's very, very nasty. They should heat it up first or something, because it's ignorant from giving frozen food.
Well, nothing in here says frozen.
But usually that stuff's frozen, and they got to at
Usually,
least
but you
they
can
usually
have
get
all these
but they
things.
got to put it in the oven first at least,
I mean, if you have a deep fryer and you have some egg
You missed
and
my joke I
flour-
made. You made my joke I made. Miss.
I did.
Yeah. Because I was like,
You
you shouldn't give the kids it frozen. You should heat it up first. Because it's not cool to give them the frozen chicken frozen.
I mean, it's a little cool.
Yeah, it's not this cold. Yeah. All right. Well, I think we're done with the story anyway. It's time to move on.
Yeah, Ohio ruled bones. Just be careful. You're fucked. They don't care. That's what they ruled.
What's
Okay.
next?
And next up, we have Kotaku. Grand Theft Auto 6 is exempt from the game.
I missed this
Actor
one. so-
strike.
Yeah.
Oh. Strike by SAG-AFTRA won't impact GTA 6, even though Take-Two is one of the companies involved.
Well, that's good, I guess.
Mm,
For GTA
I don't
fans.
know if I...
For GTA fans.
Yeah, no, I don't think that's good. That means people are going to have to be working without the benefits that the strike was done for. They're exempt from it, so they're not going to get the benefits of the strike. Like,
Yeah.
sounds bad to me.
But it's good for the GTA fans who are gonna freak out, even though it's gonna be delayed no matter what. Anyway, everybody actually thinks it's gonna come out on time.
I'm of the opinion that union-made stuff is better.
It
quality.
went
So
super
actually, I
dark
think you're
there,
gonna
yeah.
get a lower quality GTA 6, so they may end
Oh,
up
maybe.
unhappier.
Well, people are not gonna be happy. It went super dark for some reason, so I'm not. On your end, refresh. There you go. Wake up, computer.
I was in dark mode. Don't
Yeah.
worry, it's fine. SAG-AFTRA game actors are currently on strike against some of the biggest companies in the industry over AI, but that won't impact the most anticipated game of 2025. Is it the most anticipated?
I think so. So
GTA 6. It's one of the several in-development projects that is exempt from the labor action.
okay.
Okay, I can confirm GTA 6 is exempt. A spokesperson for the publishers involved in the dispute, which includes Rockstar Games' parent company Take-Two, told Kotaku in an email. That's backed up by a search result in the SAG-AFTRA database of struck projects, which shows members are still allowed to work on the upcoming open world shooter during the strike. According to the spokesperson Audrey Cooling, any game already in development before September 2023 is also exempt.
Huh.
So
Okay.
dragging your feet on developing your game now makes you immune to the current ongoing strike.
Huh. Should have worked harder.
I
Weird,
think
yeah.
overall the people who will end up with the products are going to get kind of the shit end of the stick.
I'm gonna say this right now anyway. I don't think GTA 6 is coming out in 25 anyway.
No, I think
Like-
that's true.
Like,
Maybe
they-
partly because of this.
No, even before this, I never thought they were gonna do it. So
Pumpkin is just bashing on the door.
yeah.
Peanut got to go outside and she's not happy about it. Even though she got her chance to go outside and didn't really want to.
So. All right. Well, I don't know if there's much more on this. We can probably just skip to the. Is there more on this? I don't know. Oh yeah, I guess we just started this one. Sorry. Yeah.
I mean, there's not a whole lot more to say on it. I'm just
Yeah.
Pumpkin. It just she doesn't stop. There's no
Yeah.
she's not getting any like positive re-engagement from the
Yeah.
door, but it just doesn't stop.
Put some catnip beside you. She'll eat it. Oh.
I'm sure we have some. Game
Um,
performers, which include voice actors, motion capture artists, and others whose recorded work is used during the production, went on strike in July after negotiations that lasted more than a year broke down around the issue of AI protections. Oh my God, I want to murder my cat. Well, the company
Alive on Borderline Banter.
and Activision say they have offered meaningful concessions on the issue of generative AI. SAG-AFTRA maintains that the current proposals fall short of protecting some of their performances from being copied and duplicated using AI without disclosures or pay. So basically, everybody who's going to work on this is potentially going to get fucked over, and there's no protections in place. The protections they're fighting for are not in place. So this stuff that they're creating, these performances and audio things and whatever they make, all of it's unprotected. So they'll be able to duplicate it or feed it into an AI and say, AI, make more stuff like this, and there's nothing they can do about it. And so that sucks for the workers. And also, since that's the plan of the companies, you get a worse product because they're going to just feed it into an AI and say, make things like this, instead of giving it to the artist who you could say that same thing to, and then they would actually give you a, hey, this is a completely different idea, but also really good type shit. AI will never be able to do that.
So
Also, AI will add 6 fingers to everything.
they're working on that. So
Yeah.
all right. Well, is that a thing?
So, I think that's bad. I mean, that's bad, even though it keeps going somehow. Okay, actually, at the end. Always like to look at what the very last sentence was, though. Oh my God, how far did I scroll down? I didn't scroll down this far. Did it add things to stop me from scrolling back up? It did. It just live added a bunch of shit. Okay.
We're done. Yeah.
I wanted to read the last sentence, but literally it didn't let me. All right. How about some drug story?
Let's talk it.
All right. CBS News. Record amount of crystal meth found hidden in a sandy substance at a port in the Netherlands.
Record amount?
A record amount of crystal
Crazy.
meth. Yeah, yeah.
Walter's not going to be happy. Dutch authorities seized a record haul of 3.2 tons of methamphetamine worth more than 22 million euros. The public prosecutor's office said Thursday, marking the second time in 2 months that a record amount of crystal meth has been intercepted in Europe. Now, question: Are they? Okay, never mind. Let's keep going here. Customs officers discovered the haul early March and at the Rotterdam port in a cargo which arrived from Mexico and was destined for a company in the southern village of Den Hout, the office said in the statement. So yeah, they're just shipping it, and hopefully they got away, but I guess it didn't. So
3.2 tons? That's a shitload.
Yeah.
The hull was hidden in a sandy substance heavily contaminated with copper and PFAs. Type of long-lasting chemicals, said the prosecutor's office, which released an image of the seized trucks. Is this so that it wouldn't show up on like?
Maybe. Let's see.
sniffing
Did
or
they weight with the sand? Oh, weird. Did they weight with the sand or without the sand? I wonder.
This is the image of it.
Yeah.
Hey, look at that. Dutch story sees. Like. I don't even really know what I'm looking at. This
Yeah.
just looks like a rock.
So these drug dealers friggin' put chemicals on people's drugs before they sell them.
Where does the drug start?
Inside. So. Okay, it took authorities 4 months to find a way to destroy the methamphetamines, which was why the announcement was delayed. So yeah,
They
okay.
literally just had it in a building somewhere. And they didn't want them to know that they couldn't figure out how to get rid of it.
So I
they
wonder if they
tried to
weighed
make
it
it.
with the rock, but weighing more than 3.2 tons, and which a street value of 24.3 million. It was the largest seizure of crystal meth in the Netherlands to date. The office said. Yeah.
It's a lot of money. A 55-year-old man from Den Haag was arrested and subsequently released, but remains the main suspect in the case. Wait, he's out on the streets.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't his possession; it was being just shipped to him. So he could be like,
That's
I
true.
don't know, man. I don't know what that was. Like,
And anything you ship to me is not my
Yeah.
fault either.
no. So I don't know,
And
man.
anything I ship to you isn't your fault.
It was supposed to be rocks. I don't know what you're talking about, sir. Like,
We have to look at those in customs. It
Yeah.
might be the wrong kind of rocks. The major bust was announced 2 months after Spanish police said they had seized 1.8 tons of crystal meth that Mexico's Sinaloa cartel was trying to sell in Europe, marking the country's biggest ever seizure of the narcotic. But hey,
Okay.
3.2 is way bigger than 1.8.
yeah, that's almost double. Yeah.
Yeah. It also comes just days after authorities in South Africa said they discovered a multi-million-dollar crystal meth lab hidden in a remote farm in North Johannesburg. Well, they don't say how much they found, though. So, I mean, South Africa, you got to give us your numbers. You know, if you
Methamphetamines are similar to amphetamines, but far stronger and more
Yes.
addictive.
Meth is one of those drugs
Yeah.
that I absolutely say is bad. There's
Yeah.
there's no redemptive quality to meth.
Yeah.
Don't do meth.
I
Don't
found
do
my
meth.
when I was
I don't-
18.
There's no recreational meth. That's not a thing.
When I was 18, I found myself in a situation where I probably shouldn't have got myself in. But we're all sitting around this house, and next thing you know, this chick, she pulls out a half-broken light bulb, and she literally takes some meth and puts it on there and starts smoking it with a straw. Then they pass it to them beside it, and they pass it, and like 5 people in the room, they all pass it, and they go to pass it to me. I'm like, I know I'm good, guys, I'm good. And they all started freaking out. I was like, why are you smoking it, man? And they literally started tweaking on me. It's like, are you too good? Why? Why would you? And I was like, I gotta go here. I gotta go here, guys. Yeah. And I was just,
Where do you leave?
I was like, I just want to go hang out with some people that I met, and turned out it was a bad idea. So.
Yeah. Also known as yaba or ice, the drug is sold in the form of crystals, powder, capsules, or tablets. Yeah, I mean that's.
Yeah.
I guess the real thing here is the size of
The
it.
bust.
Is there anything else you care about in this?
No, not really. So.
I just size. How big? And show me the picture. 3.2 tons. Wow. It looks like a rock. All right, moving on.
Okay. I think we're gonna talk about Russia now. Like I thought.
I
we
wish
were.
you would show us a picture of that 1.8 ton one as well, just so I can see like, well, what does that look
We
like?
can probably find it, but yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not going to. So we moved on already.
Okay.
I'm already done. Now we're finally to that story you said should have been second.
Yeah.
So if you
From
wanna go ahead.
Al Jazeera. Holy moly! U.S. intercepts Russian Chinese bombers near Alaska. What we know. Okay, so what? Chinese and Russians are flying over Alaska?
Yeah, they sent bombers to Alaska.
yeah.
Don't worry, it's fine.
The joint flight highlights growing military cooperations between the two countries, sparking concerns in the U.S.
Yeah, the cooperation
Wow.
of two countries, that's Russia and China, not us.
No,
Not,
so
not the U.S., that's them, these two
Yeah.
cooperating. Yeah.
so there's a
So this
reveal.
is a
there,
Russian Tu-95 bomber refueled during a joint Russian and Chinese military plane patrol near the U.S. state of Alaska.
Huh? Yeah, that's
Okay, near it, not over it.
near over, but in where?
Seas water or whatever.
Yeah.
Over whatever they call that. This story will probably say it.
Yeah.
Oh, Canada's in this story.
Yeah.
The United States and Canada this week intercepted 2 Chinese bombers and 2 Russian bombers operating in international airspace near the U.S. state of Alaska. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
International airspace or waters or whatever. Okay. It's the first time that Russian and Chinese bombers are known to have flown together over the North Pacific, indicating an expanding military cooperation that has raised concerns among the U.S. and its allies. Okay, so the concern isn't that there were bombers near one of our states. The concern
That they're
is
working together. Yeah.
that Russia and China
Yeah.
look like they're friends.
Yeah.
They are friends.
They are
right?
friends,
Like,
yeah,
Is that,
but-
is that a secret?
But, so what's going on, and what do we know?
Are you asking, or did you continue reading?
That's going on. What do we know? Yeah.
What happened and when? So on Wednesday. So we're a couple days late. I don't know.
We did. This happened right as we're doing our show. This happened on Wednesday.
So yeah, so two breaking to do, but we still got it. U.S. and Canadian fighter jets detected, tracked, and intercepted 2 Russian Tupolev Tu-95 strategic bombers and 2 Chinese H-6 bombers.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know what those look like, but obviously you could Google if you want to see what they look like. I mean, they probably just look like an airplane. I'm not a car guy. I'm not an airplane guy. They all look the same.
Okay, so here it is. The North American Aerospace Defense Command said that 4 bombers did not enter U.S. or Canadian sovereign airspace and were not perceived as a threat.
Okay, so
yeah.
that's why they're not concerned about where they were. It's
that they're working together. Yeah.
Okay. Which, as an American, I'm glad they're not flying over Alaska. That would be odd if we were just letting that happen.
And Canada's right there too, so that could be scary as well,
Canada
right?
too.
So yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, this is Alaska. This is closer to you than it is to America for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
Sorry, Alaska, but you're really disconnected from the rest of us. We should sell you to Canada.
Yes. And we'll
you want it?
Yeah,
You're
and
interested?
Alberta will come to America. So.
Is Alberta connected to Minnesota?
Yeah, it's right beside. Yeah.
Then we'll just make Minnesota's hat taller.
Yeah. So in Thursday news conference, U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd described the joint bomber flights as not a surprise, and said China and Russia may have been planning them for some time. Then why is this news? The joint flight lasted longer than 5 hours. The Russian Ministry of Defense said, and my bad. The joint flight lasted longer than 5 hours. The Russian Ministry of Defense said, and the exercise prompt the U.S. Prompt the U.S. and Canada to carry out an intercept. This is an exercise in which a country flees its jet alongside foreign aircraft to demonstrate its defense capabilities. I can't even do this today. My God, any day. Yeah, I've seen it before where they pull up, and actually China did it to an American-Canadian airplane not too long ago. They float and they pretty much
could have taken you down.
Yeah. So yeah, and that wasn't even over Chinese airspace. It was somewhere else.
So they're saying this is the first time we've seen these 2 countries fly together, but technically what we're really saying is there were 4 countries flying together.
Yeah. Well, I guess, yeah.
Russia and China were flying together, and then we did an intercept, and Canada and U.S. are flying together. We had 4. It was like, I don't know, kind of beautiful. You know, in a weird warlike way. We all flew next to each other and showed each other our guns, and then parted ways.
Yeah.
Totally normal stuff to have happen. Apparently, according to our U.S. defense people, they're like, this is normal.
All right. Well, I guess there's much, but hopefully nothing else comes from it. But
good, they have pictures, so we don't have to wonder.
There's all 4 planes. Yeah.
Planes. This is what I meant. All 4 of them flying together.
So. Well, maybe not because those 2 bombers. Because there's 2 bombers from each China and Russia. We don't know how many.
Is this just the 4 bombers then?
We don't know. I don't know.
I don't know exactly what I'm seeing in this picture.
Oh yeah, 4 bombers. It looks like they're 2 Chinese and Russian. So.
But this up here described how the intercept would have sent additional planes up there just to fly next and flex a gun.
Yeah.
So like, somebody's got a picture with more planes in it. So
maybe.
I mean, come on. Now again, I'm gonna forget it as soon as this article's over because, what am I gonna do? Look at a picture of a plane?
Oh, see now it says the bombers were detected, tracked, and intercepted within Alaska's air defense identification zone.
What
Okay.
That is. What is that?
And it says right below it, ADIZ is larger than the area than airspace that is claimed by an individual state and is considered international airspace, unlike sovereign airspace. ADIZ are not recognized in international law or overseen by international body. So yeah,
so they're able to monitor further than
it's like that. It's like the fence line with your neighbors. Like, yeah, you might have a foot over. We're not gonna say too much, but
and
don't.
It's kind of like
over.
the border, but it's the air border. You still want border security in the air, don't you?
Yeah.
That's what ADIZ is. ADIZ is our air border. Kinda. Yeah. I learned this today, so this is just becoming headcanon.
Yeah.
According to the U.S., the closest point of approach was about 200 miles off its coast. So 200 miles off the coast of Alaska, presumably.
All right.
So not so scary, not so close, really. Just one of those saber rattling exercises.
Yeah,
But
just
I guess the scariest part is that it was, two of our
Yeah.
big enemies
maybe they did
knowingly
that
doing a military
again.
thing together.
Maybe they did that to see how we would react, right? Like it could all be part of games and stuff, right?
Well,
Like,
just to make sure we or to see if we would fuck up. Like if we fuck
Yeah.
up and shoot them, then we got to give them
oh
money.
yeah, or yeah, like oh, war, right? So.
I
'Cause-
think they'd rather have the money. Than
Oh,
the war,
for sure.
anyway.
But if they don't give the money, then there would be, you know what I mean? Like, well, you're. But yeah, I think the best thing to do is like, yeah. So yes.
We got a picture here. U.S., Canada. So they marked the ADAs.
Okay. So see,
This
look how,
isn't helping
and
me.
that's the thing. This is a really nice map because on some maps, Russia and Alaska look so far away, but they're not that far. Like
They're not, and
they're
it's
very
because
close, right?
The
So.
way we always look at the American map, where
Yeah.
we ignore Russia's right there.
And that's the thing, though. I'm glad you said that way, American map, because in Russia it's a Russian map, and Russia is the center of their Earth, of their
And
map,
for
right?
them,
So.
Alaska is like in a tiny corner,
Yeah.
and America doesn't exist. So
And that's-
it's the opposite for them. Like we don't exist to them, they don't exist for us. When we
Like I've seen that question, and I always thought it was people being funny. But they're like, "Why did Japan fly all across America to bomb Alaska?" It's like, are they serious? Like, but people are serious.
them
They
think
are
they're
serious. They think that's how it happened, right? So
I mean, I fortunately very early on learned about Midway and Guam and all the other islands that we specifically have as territories
yeah.
for
So,
launching points for this particular problem of Russia and China are literally
Yeah.
right there.
yeah.
Not
So
that far. They're both right there. And like,
well,
so you got this airspace is literally shared, arguably. Like,
yeah.
Now where did they go? I don't know. They don't have the path in here. They said it was 200 miles off the coast, so it couldn't have been here. It couldn't have been that skinny part. 'Cause I don't think that's 200 miles.
It's hard to say. Could have
If
been
it was
above.
China, probably the south part is more likely. Just because, well, it's further for China to go to come north of Alaska. That's just me guessing. So what are the Russian Tu-95 and I don't. Do you care?
No, that's all I really want to talk about. We can probably move to our last story here. and-
Oh. Both are nuclear payload capable. Does that matter?
Okay, that's a little bit
With
scary. Yeah.
theoretical unlimited range and aerial refueling. They have cruise missiles and
Yeah.
precision guided munitions.
But
That's fine.
like nuclear weapons aren't that big of a deal anymore,
They're
honestly.
not. They're
Like it
you
just
know-
sounds scary, but nuclear is used everywhere. In fact, like they're giving private companies nuclear weapons to work on and build. So nuclear is not as scary as it used to be. It can
the
be,
World War III guy.
but no, it can be. But like, it's just really, it's like nuclear is everywhere, really. So nuclear capability means a lot. It could be anything.
Yeah, but this day and age, you'd rather have nuclear capability.
Oh,
than
for
not
sure.
have it.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hence
like,
why
a couple
Iran.
examples
Hence
of
why
that.
Iran hates America. So.
Yeah. I think that's it for this story. I don't know. I just kept scrolling and it kept having things, but none of it looked interesting. So this last story we have is actually an unfortunate follow-up.
Yeah.
Somewhat
I'll let you.
unexpected, but still unfortunate.
Yeah. So I'll let you finish this up.
We have Sky News for this one. Wildfires rage across parts of U.S. and Canada as one town ravaged by wall of fire, forcing thousands to evacuate. In one Canadian Rockies town, officials warned of a wall of fire as flames reached 100 meters, 328 feet high, and spread 3 miles in less than 30 minutes. Okay, hold on.
I saw that. I know exactly what you're gonna point.
And
Yeah,
then-
didn't it?
and then
I
they
saw
said
that. Yeah. But Australia, they might use miles. Australia might. This is an Australian website, so they
Okay,
might
well,
use. Australia might use
Australia's,
miles.
like
So
super wrong. Like
Yeah.
one of us is wrong or right, but they're definitely wrong because they used one of each.
a lot of countries still use miles, for the record. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Jasper, the town of Jasper, which is it's a town, but there's a big national park here in Canada, in Alberta, is gone. Not 100% gone, but it was hit hard, and it's super sad. Unfortunately, a lot of damage, a lot of things are gone, a lot of land, a lot of. Just a super sad story.
3-mile
Right? Yeah.
wide wall of fire.
Yeah,
That is
super
insane to
sad
even
story,
Think
so.
about. Like how you could even visually see 3 miles of flames.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
crazy.
that's
So
and it's 328 feet high too, so it's a wall.
yeah,
like-
so
Like this is just the smoke.
yeah.
I guess meanwhile in California, a man was arrested on suspicion. Did you hear about this? starting a wildfire near Chico after he allegedly pushed a burning car into a gully.
I
Apparently, it's now burned an insane amount of.
I heard that someone was charged. I didn't know how the fire was, but yeah. And know what? Not saying everything, but all it takes is someone to throw a cigarette out their window, and you can literally cause this much shit.
Yeah.
And people do that,
or something as ridiculous.
Yeah, is that?
you
But
know,
like
you
I know
literally put a burning car in it. But yeah,
here,
it could be as little as a fucking
here in Alberta, it's $1,000 fine to get caught throwing, which should be more if you get caught, but it's $1,000 fine first offense of throwing a lit cigarette on the ground, right?
It's kind of trippy how my
So.
face is looking like I'm in a fire as I scroll down.
Yeah, is it? Oh, almost. Yeah, wow.
Like it gets
So, yeah, I
red and
see
then
that.
brighter and brighter.
Yeah. So
I don't like fire. I don't want to be in a fire. It's not good. It's
Yeah.
like roasting marshmallows.
So Alberta is facing around 176 wildfires, of which 50 are burning out of control. Which I always find that funny how they say 50 are some are under control, some aren't. It's like, well, then
126
why?
of them
Yeah, why are they still burning then? But okay, whatever. I know what they mean by that, but yeah, the wildfire destroyed potentially 50% of the structures in the popular tourist town. So yeah, over 50%.
Over 50%.
As firefighters battle to save the many buildings as possible. Yeah, our premier, which is a governor, broke down, which is sad because a lot of people did. This is the big thing for Alberta. Like Canada's big forestry, but this is a big tourist, big thing.
Yeah.
Not only does it bring in
2 million tourists a year.
just like not only brings a lot of tourists and money, just like Maui back in Hawaii there, right? But it's people's homes and luckily, I know I don't want to say luckily, but there's not that many people live there, but they have nowhere to go. That's their home. They lost everything, and yeah. So hopefully you build up. Now one thing happened is, and I'm almost irritated about this because Canada, the federal government is saying they're going to send some people, but not much else. But what they came out and said, we're going to match Red Cross donations made by Canadians. So what that means is they're going to use our tax dollars to donate to this. It's like, why not just use our tax dollars anyway? You know what I mean? Well, this is a cause that we can get it to. Okay, other than sending $12 billion to Ukraine, why not take some of that money and put it towards this to save Canadians?
Well, exactly. Every time we do these foreign spending packages, it's like, this should always be the argument of, we have things at home you
and
need to pay for.
then they're saying we're gonna donate,
You know?
match donations of Canadians.
Well,
So
yeah,
you're
they
just
won't even
gonna
donate unless you
you're
donate.
gonna give money away to Ukraine and Israel, and you're not gonna help out Canadians, you know? And this has happened in Alberta, this has happened in BC, this has happened in Ontario. He's done this many times. Now that's Premier Daniel Smith right there, our Premier of Alberta, right? So
That's the premier Alberta Premier cries during wildfire update.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and if you can't get federal aid or
Now they're sending
global aid, like what the hell?
they're sending they're sending the forces, they're sending like the armed forces, which they can help fight fires and stuff and battle, right, and help people out. But so look at this. As well as sending emergency crews from across the country, Canada is also set to receive a total of 4,000 firefighters from Mexico, South Africa, Australia, and New Zealand coming the next days. So that's always one good thing about the world too. I'm gonna say the whole world in this. When there's issues, we will send people to help. Like when there's fires in Australia, we'll send people to help them. Even in the States, in California, and Americans have sent many firefighters up here too.
I wouldn't say the whole world.
Not the whole world, but quite a bit of it. So.
It's interesting. We literally just did a story about the Chinese and Russian bombers flying together. That's essentially basically cooperation between countries. That's what we're talking about here. Just
But
sort of different in this case. They're flying threatening things. This is sending helpers, sending firefighters to each other's. But still, it's nice to see the cooperation. I still wouldn't say all because I can't see us sending firefighters to Russia or vice versa.
Maybe though. I don't know. Maybe
I would like to. There's no reason we
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to if we could solve a lot of problems.
Yeah, the fire in Jasper
There's
was
so much to solve before that can be a thing.
So in April, the federal government warned a combination of high temperatures and dry forests could create tinderbox conditions for a potentially catastrophic year of wildfires. The fire was caused by
We
lightning
actually
strike.
mentioned that in one of our many other articles we did
So,
about the
One thing.
conditions are just
Now,
crazy.
I'm not gonna. I'm gonna kind of throw the federal government on the bus here, but the provincial government as well. But both have cut down funding. Now, the provincial have just added some recently, but it hasn't even hit the budget yet, so it doesn't matter. But they stopped doing controlled burns, which we used to do quite a bit of. And controlled burns do save the fire.
They
can do it,
demonstrably
right?
do.
right? And then
We
people are like,
discussed that on here before
yeah.
as well.
And I said that.
Yeah,
Trump
good.
said that last year, many years ago. They all laughed. I was like, who does? I was like, that's a real thing. You control.
You have to.
You like it's called clean up. You know, you clean it up. You put literally. You go by and cut 10 feet wide or whatever wide, and you cut a line. So if there's a fire, it stops at the source. It can't go past that line.
It reaches
So
that line.
it's a wall,
because
right?
There's no additional fuel. There's no
yeah.
more fuel for it to keep burning.
Exactly,
So it has
right?
to stop. Right?
But yeah,
I don't
so
understand why you wouldn't be funding that instead of funding Ukraine or funding a whole bunch of other things.
this I don't know.
You know?
Yeah.
I do think that
we spent
we spent know when there's a natural disaster here either.
We spent $5 million on a blue ring. You know what I mean? So
So the fire in Jasper was caused by a lightning strike. How do they know that? Do they know that for sure?
well, they're pretty good on that stuff, but
And
I don't
fueled
know.
by strong winds. Not that I don't believe in natural
'Kay.
cause. Like they said, we've got the high temperatures and dryness that. a
Okay, my
lightning
bad.
strike can do it.
My bad. But I want to just show you a picture of this right here. Quickly check out mine. Oh, not there again. Son of a gun. It's always a wrong window. That ring cost $500,000.
What does that ring?
It's just a light. It just got 2 lights at the top. Right? So that's it. Just a ring. It's like, other than building stuff like this, and that's a city, mind you, so that's different. But we waste money on shit like that all the time when we could be putting it towards better shit. Nobody in the city likes that ring. But yeah, super, super sad.
That reminds me of some of the dumb stuff that downtown Kansas City
Yeah.
has. Like they have a giant needle and thimble thing. It's
Yeah,
so dumb.
it's in they say it's in the art budget. It's like, well, then change the art budget. So
I do like since I moved to Colorado, there's a lot of public murals. Like people will put a big, beautiful painting on the side of buildings here all over
Yeah.
the place. That kind of public art is awesome.
yeah, I get that.
But this
yeah.
big, like, oh, here's a giant thing of a normal, everyday household object. That's just stupid.
We
I
have
do
something,
like art.
and it costs several $1 million too. It's called the Peace Bridge here, and it's costs millions of dollars a year because people vandalize it, and it's just a bridge. Everyone's like, we could have just had a bridge that's not called the Peace Bridge and just have a normal bridge, but nope, we got this $1 million bridge.
Oh,
and
I
it's-
see it. Yeah. This
So
kind of. I mean, what am I hearing?
$24 million for this bridge. Here, I'm gonna go back to it again. So this bridge cost Calgary $24 million. Hey.
Sorry, it's really hard to focus
Yeah,
when
I know.
something's like it sounds like somebody's breaking into my apartment.
Well,
but
maybe
I look over, the cats aren't doing it. I'm like,
Uh-huh.
okay.
Well,
If the cats aren't making that noise, then what's happening?
we'll record your death and we'll send it to the bridge. I mean the police. But yeah, look at that bridge. You think that's worth $24 million?
I mean,
And
do I
this
think
is
it
a-
cost $24 million. Yes. Do I think we
And
should
see,
buy this bridge?
And
No.
first of all, the first time they sent it, it was too short, and it came from I think it came from, I forget what country, but it's too short, so they had to resend it, right? And not only that, it's like people vandalize the glass all the time, so they're constantly spending thousands of dollars fixing the glass windows, right? So it's ridiculous. But let's go back to Jasper, which is the real thing we're talking about.
Yeah, I think I was right here. So it was caused by a lightning strike, fueled by the winds, obviously.
Yeah.
Flames in the blaze rose strong, and winds on Wednesday pushed the fire several miles in less than half an hour, according to Alberta Public Safety and Emergency Services Minister Mike Ellis. Hey, it's a Mike.
Mike, look
Any
at that.
relation?
So, no.
Any firefighter will tell you there's little to nothing you can do when you have a wall of flames coming at you like that.
Yeah.
Not unless you've already got a line burned, a controlled burn
Yeah.
that it's heading towards. But at that point, they don't. So
There's some
That's
smoke from it,
unfortunate.
yeah. Like that's a lot of
Wildfire
fire, yeah.
near Jasper. So this
That's a
big
fire near,
rolling
yeah.
smoke in the background, just like
Huh. All right. Well, I don't know if there's gonna go too much more about this. Just show us some pictures, right?
it says he was detained after he was identified as the person seen pushing.
That's at
in a car
That's kind of the
gully.
states, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. So this guy, they did apparently he was seen doing it. So
Yeah.
he was seen pushing it. So I mean,
He hope he gets
they're
put in
gonna-
jail for a
he's
long,
gonna
long
be in
time.
prison.
Yeah, for a long, long time.
Oh.
Anybody that dies, should be charged for friggin' manslaughter. Any pet that dies should be charged for animal abuse. Anything vandal, like all sorts of things. Charge him with every goddamn thing. So
this is all being filed under what they're calling the park fire, I guess.
Well, I think that's it. Should we wrap this up before you get murdered?
This is the firefighters battling the park fire. And this... What? We have horses?
Well, they're running them away. They're trying to get them away from the fire.
Evacuate them, yeah.
All right, so. All right.
So it's. I just wanted to see how big the park fire is so far. The park fire is up to 125,000 acres.
Wow. So.
It started out as 1,400 acres on Wednesday, and it got up to 125,000 on Thursday.
That's crazy.
Well, we're on Friday. It's probably more now.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So, yeah, they've got arson investigators and all that. Going to be in court on Monday, so we may have some sort of an update on Monday as far as the.
What a
park
crazy!
fire.
That's a intense photo. Like, oh no.
Whoa.
Okay, that's just got to be the green grass on the flame. That's
It
not
says
flames.
An animal runs through the grass.
Flame. Yeah, that's just grass. It just they got a weird lens on that. Aw, poor guy. That's just so sad. You know, like.
As of Thursday, the park fire was only 3% contained. So far, no injuries, but that's a very low containment.
And that's no injuries of people. Many animals have died,
4,000
right?
people were evacuated
Yeah.
in Boot County, so not as many as.
Yeah, it was about that same in Jasper, because that's about the
I thought
size of
Jasper
the
they're
town.
saying 10,000.
Well, that was with tourists, I guess, too. But like people who live there was about 4,000 too. Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, I think I'm done with this anyway.
wanna
I'm just gonna show us more
scroll
pictures.
through
So sad photos.
it's very sad. The largest wildfire in the U.S. We've talked about all those before. We literally pulled up all the biggest ones ever. But 270,000, it's getting actually close to that size.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. It's halfway there.
All right.
All right.
Well, that was a good show. I'm glad we were there. We argued like we like to. You know what would Banter be without us arguing?
Well, exactly. That's what we do.
And but yeah, thanks for being here. If you
We
haven't,
learned a couple new words.
Yeah,
Multi-hyphenate, etc.
if you haven't already, can you please hit that follow, that subscribe, all those buttons that help us grow. And like I said before, I am giving away stickers. If you want a sticker, please shoot us a message, and I'll send you some stickers. I'll just of course have to get your address and all that, but I got some fun little stickers you can have and put around. Put on your water bottle, on your laptop, wherever you want. But yeah, we're on Kick, YouTube, Facebook, and X, formerly known as Twitter. I read an article that said that the other day. I was like, really? They're still saying that? But yeah.
How long do we have to say formerly?
I don't know.
Either is X or it's not. It's either sticking or it's not. And I'm
When question, when someone changes their name, like, do we go like I let's say I change my name to Michelle. Would we go Michelle, formerly known as Michael?
No.
With that,
Unless you're formerly known as Prince.
formerly known, yeah,
Maybe.
formerly known as
But no,
yeah.
we wouldn't. We don't do that.
Yeah. Oh. Apparently I pissed off the gods and they cut us off again. Looks like Dustin's gone. I'm not sure if he's there. But if people are still with me, thanks for being here. We appreciate it. If you want to be on the show, you can go to borderlinebanter.com and also be on the show. That actually happened to me last Friday. I was booted and he wasn't. So, but yeah, let's go borderlinebanter.com to go to the show. You can check us out. You can check our socials out, like we just said, about us, and a live show. And if you want to be on the show, drop us a line. Shoot us a message. We will get back to you. Yeah. Oh, actually, let's see. Oh, yeah. I think it's just all messed up. Nothing's working. Oh, yeah, it is working. Dustin's just frozen. But yeah, drop us a line. We'll get you on the show. We'd love to hear from you. And yeah, that's also where you email me if you want a sticker. And as always, we like to end the show with "It is okay not to be okay." It's a hard time. Times are getting rough. It's okay not to be okay. A lot of help out there you can seek. 988 is a phone number for North America, but there's also some other numbers for different incidents, different issues you might be going through. So check them out. Give them a call if you need be. Reach out to a friend. You might need that. But yeah, we'll chat to you soon. We will see you all on Monday. I don't think we have enough to send you off to anybody, but we will see you on Monday. Cheers.